Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Huawei SNEC APAC Virtual Summit 2021. My name is Guang Kemjia. I'll be your host for today's event. Today, carbon neutrality has become a global consensus. To achieve sustainable development, it is inevitable to step forward towards low carbon emission, electrification, and intelligence. The 2021 SNEC exhibition in Shanghai got more than 1,400 enterprises from 95 countries, and over 5,000 smart PV experts are participating. It aims to promote the use of smart PV technologies and deliver to the latest PV solution trends to everyone. And now we are here to bring you a virtual tour of our SNEC exhibition live from Shanghai to witness our Huawei new product launches and the latest technology and solar trends and more. Distinguished guests, throughout this event, we also got a special giveaway along the way. Please stay tuned. Before we start today's event, it is a pleasure to invite a director of Huawei APAC Digital Power Business, Mr. Bruce Lee, to officiate the event of today. Please welcome Mr. Bruce Lee.
Dear friends, welcome to Huawei SNEC 2021 APAC Virtual Summit. This is Bruce from Huawei Digital Power APAC team. It's a fortune that we are able to meet and communicate through this virtual event. Hope all of you and your loved ones are staying safe and healthy in this special condition. 2020 was an extraordinary year for Huawei. Despite the challenges facing us, we'll come up to the other side and continue to create value for our customers. The sales revenue achieved 891.4 billion Chinese yuan in 2020. Up 3.8% year-on-year, which met our expectations. For Huawei FusionSolar in Southeast Asia and India, our segment achieved 8 GW, with an increase of 16% compared with the year before. This cannot be achieved without our customers and partners' support. On behalf of Huawei team, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all of you that we promise, providing the best products and service in return. Throughout the years, Huawei FusionSolar has made exciting innovations by integrating power electronics and digital technologies, using bytes to manage watts, to contribute both in commercial values and sustainable development. Huawei would like to add momentum to help curb global warming and achieve carbon neutrality. Therefore, it's my pleasure to have you in today's event. As some of you may already know, from June 3rd to 5th, there is an annual exhibition, 15th SNEC exhibition in Shanghai, China, in response to the current travel restriction across the globe. Thanks to this advanced technology, giving us another option to hold this event virtually and to ensure all our valued customers and partners stay connected with us to witness the outstanding achievements together. In the next 1.5 hours, besides bringing exhibition content online, we are also involved inside the power sector and launching brand new Huawei FusionSolar 8 solution for the first time. We cannot wait to share more details with you today. Lastly, I would like to invite every one of you to join me in leading power digitalization for zero carbon smart society. I wish this event a great success and hope you enjoy yourself in this educative, memorable event. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person soon. Stay safe and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bruce. Due to the current pandemic situation, it is unfortunate that we cannot meet in the SNEC exhibition like before. So we would like to prepare the highlight video about this wonderful event to showcase our Huawei SNEC exhibition booth to all of you. Hope you will enjoy.
Hi, Hi, my name is Helen from Huawei marketing team. I'm now broadcasting from SNEC 2021 in Shanghai, the largest solar and renewable energy exhibition. There are many innovations and cool solar techs, and we expect more than 2,000 companies and 260,000 visitors to the exhibition this year. As we know, the only way to achieve carbon neutrality is through energy transformation. That means low carbon energy, electrification, and intelligence, which are our key paths forward. We can use this to manage watts and data flows to manage energy flows. The end goal is building more flexible, open, and intelligent energy networks. Together with renewable energy, digitalization will be a powerful driving force for a greener, more sustainable society. This year at SNEC, we are presenting our full suite of products and latest innovations from our digital power business, ranging from utility-scale energy storage to zero-carbon ICT solutions. The digital power market is poised to reach more than $80 billion by 2025. Let's check out the best of Huawei from SNEC 2021. In terms of energy supply, solar PV and wind power will gradually become our primary source of energy. Solar and wind power will increase from 20% of total supply to over 86% by 2050. This will be a key factor in zero-carbon power generation. This year, we have launched FusionSolar all-scenario PV and storage solution, which unlocks the advantage of smart string design, such as intelligence, modularity, multi-MPPT, high protection, and so on, and comprehensively reinvents the power electronics architecture and creates the world's first Gemini plus-minus 1,500 volt design. This architecture design can help to support larger subarrays, higher voltages, thus could reduce LCOE by 7% and even enhance the grid, redefine the PV plant standards, and it could adapt to large-scale wind, solar, storage projects as well. As you know, there are two main topics that are widely discussed in the industry currently: carbon neutrality and energy storage. In the traditional energy storage solution, multiple modules are connected in series into a rack, and multiple racks are connected in parallel. Thousands or even 10,000 modules are coupled with each other. If one module fails, it will affect the others. For our solutions, we could help our customers to avoid this issue and reduce the LCOS by up to 20%. How do we do it? Our solution is through the battery pack level and rack level optimization. The solution can achieve more refined management with the accuracy of no more than a dozen batteries, which is far better than the traditional solution. Besides, the refined management can achieve precise management of each pack with optimized depth of charge, which improves the available power of the system. On the other hand, this innovative design can support the mixed use of new and old batteries, and the phase charging can help customers to save initial investments. In terms of energy consumption, electric energy will surpass oil by 2050. It will go from 20% of total consumption in 2017 to 49% by 2050, and it will eventually replace fossil fuels entirely. For commercial and industrial customers, we are bringing you into our Zero Carbon Compass Zone and walk you through our solutions to help business and organizations to reduce their carbon emissions with many cool technologies. Many organizations in the world are facing the challenge of high electricity bill. We are presenting our full PV and storage solution for the first time for our C&I customers, where we are showcasing real customer case of pure PV, pure energy storage, and PV storage and charging, and finally off-grid scenarios. And for ICT sectors, earlier this year, we have released our latest offerings in the energy solution, the Zero Carbon Network. The Zero Carbon Network is mainly designed to help telecom operators worldwide to reduce their energy costs, increase green power generations, and to realize carbon neutrality in their business operations. As digitalization continues to change the way we live, energy costs increase sharply and the demand for energy also increases. Huawei's Zero Carbon Network solutions is integrated by Huawei's intelligent power cloud to realize the carbon neutral targets. First, the simplified site can simplify each telecom base station to minimize size and energy costs. Second, the simplified equipment room utilizes prefabricated and modular components to reduce costs of both the new room and the extension of the existing rooms. Thirdly, the simplified data center will use indirected evaporated cooling and eye cooling to reduce cooling costs up to 70% and use cloud operation and maintenance to increase O&M efficiency by up to 35%. And finally, green power for all utilizes renewable energy, including wind and solar power, on and off grid to reduce carbon emissions. At the individual level, it's everyone's dream to live in a green and smart home, where our energy is coming from renewable sources like solar PV, and also we could manage the energy with smart devices. More than 500,000 homes from 100 countries have adopted Huawei Smart PV residential solution. This year, we have also upgraded our offerings and we call it 2.0 and make our solutions more efficient and smart. With the optimizer and our flagship product Luna 2000 Smart String Energy Storage, our residential portfolio could support more scenarios, whether it's grid connected or off grid, and it could help our customers generate more than 30% more energy and achieve zero electricity bill. We are also presenting a new feature here, PV and storage and consumption AI synergy function, which helps to make your PV system smarter. Through our FusionSolar app and big data analysis, we could analyze different scenarios and help to optimize how you utilize the energy, either directly from the PV system or from the batteries. Besides living in a green home, we could also travel with green vehicles. You might have heard about the recent news that Huawei has helped many car manufacturers to build smart EVs, for example, Arcfox Alpha S and Series SF5. One of the key features that people are looking for when choosing EV is the charging experience. Huawei provides Drive One on the vehicle to help EVs to provide an optimal charging experience for the user. Within 10 minutes of charging, Arcfox Alpha can extend the mileage to almost 200 kilometers. We also provide solutions for charging stations, and the solutions have been widely adopted in China and overseas. The energy sector requires many parties to work alongside each other with profound experience in information technologies, including big data, AI, and cloud. We can see the potential and the need of creating an energy cloud, which will help to manage energy production, transmission to consumption. Our goal is to speed up the digital transformation of the energy sector and promote a zero carbon and smart society. To date, Huawei's digital power solutions have been deployed in 170 countries and regions. They serve more than 1/3 of the world's populations. These solutions have generated 325 billion kilowatt hours of electricity from renewable sources. That's like planting 220 million trees. Huawei's greatest value is through technology innovations to help more industries reduce carbon emissions, accelerate energy transformation to build a low-carbon society, and achieve carbon neutrality. If you would like to know more, please stay tuned, and our expert will be sharing more details, and we look forward to seeing you in our next event. Stay safe and take care. Thank you.
Every year during SNEC exhibition, Huawei would release its new technology and solution on smart PV domain. 2021 is not exceptional, and here we are much honored to invite Mr. Chen Guoguang, President of Huawei Smart PV business, to bring us the most exciting part, Huawei FusionSolar 8.0 new product launch. Please welcome Mr. Chen Guoguang.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me again extend our heartfelt welcome to you for attending this dinner. SNEC every year is an opportunity for new and old friends to meet, and also an opportunity for industries to exchange thoughts. The industry launched its latest products and solutions. Huawei leverages this opportunity to release our latest R&D results to the industry. In the past decade, smart string inverter has been the cornerstone of our innovation, and we have been pushing the digital and intelligent transformation. Facing the future, building a new power system is our goal. We will release the all-scenario smart PV and storage solution, which will again lead the PV industry in the future and make PV the main source of energy in the new power system. First of all, I want to thank customers and partners around the world for your trust and support. In 2020, under COVID-19 and complicated external challenges. We realized over 42 gigawatt shipments in 2020 and maintained world number one for 6 years in a row. By May this year, we have 175 gigawatt of total global shipments, and every year we produce 224 billion kilowatt hour of clean energy, which is Beijing plus Shanghai total electricity consumption. Our teams remain in the field together with customers and partners, ensure project delivery to ensure supply, cooperation, and service continuity. More importantly, around the world, there are 800 million people don't have access to electricity. As PV costs dropped continuously, we can use PV to provide them with electricity. In Cameroon, for example, our PV and the storage solution have provided electricity for 300,000 people and 35 villages around the world. 2.2 million people have been powered now thanks to the PV products. As the energy develops rapidly in China and other countries, the new energy installed capacity has achieved more than 50%. In Mexico and Australia, the local grid requires PV plants to provide the same features that traditional power systems have, and China's HVDC requires stable operation of a new energy in SER 1.5. Before, PV and storage stations were built in remote areas, and accidents only impact the system itself. But today, PV and power storage are more and more in the campuses, buildings, homes, and be part of people's production and life. And physical and property safety are vital. In Australia, United States, and in Europe, the DV arcing of a PV and a faster shutdown has been made a mandatory requirement. All of the rooftop PV and the storage must have these capabilities. In future, for PV to become the main source of energy, the grid connection and the safety are the mandatory requirements that must be met. In order to achieve carbon neutrality, the key is to build a new power system based on new energy. About the new power system, there are 4 features. First, high proportion of renewable energy. In power generation, PV, wind, and storage will replace traditional energy and become the main source of energy. For the utilization, the source, network, load, and the storage will be part of the home and campuses, from traditional power consumption to a consumer to producer transmission. Number 3, high intelligence, high degree of digitalization. In the future, the grid will also become digitalized. Generation, distribution, transmission, and utilization will all be based on power electronics.
Next feature is high degree of digitization. In the future, a large number of PV stations, storage systems, distributed storage systems, and electric cars need to be coordinated in a unified manner. We need to rely on digital technology so that all the systems can be controlled. Going forward, the stability of new electric power systems will be the digital technologies. In digital and electrification technologies, Huawei has extensive experience. We have 5 core technologies, from underlying technologies to applications. We target sensing, connectivity, cloud, data, and algorithm. We have presented 4 large-scale application scenarios. We will also build one cloud for streamless power generation, storage, and consumption, and help to build a new power system and helping to achieve carbon neutrality. Now, let me show you a small video about the all-scenario smart PV and storage solution. In this video, it shows our solution from 1.0 to 8.0. I'm very thrilled. Over the years, we have stayed customer-centric and keep innovating. We have overcome one difficulty after another. We have brought industry with numerous innovations and created more value to our customers and partners. We have received recognition and rewards from them. The solution we're launching today is also supported by our partners. Now let me give you more details about this innovation. The first solution is FusionSolar 8.0 Smart PV Generator. The traditional PV generation is supplementary generation unit. Going forward, to become the primary source of energy, PV needs to reduce the unit cost. It also has to be fully compliant with the most advanced technologies. To achieve that, we have achieved the 1,500 volt bipolar smart string. This will help us to achieve the synergy of PV and storage, achieve the greatest efficiency, and the quick scheduling and unified management. So this architecture can help PV stations reduce LCOE. The Smart String ESS is just like the string inverter we launched 10 years ago. It can greatly increase efficiency. We also put forward grid forming. This is the key algorithm in smart PV solution. It can turn the PV into a voltage source. Using the string solution and grid forming, we can achieve adjustable frequency and storage solution so that PV stations can really become the smart PV generator. Why can the architecture reduce LCOE? With an increase of voltage, more energy can be transmitted. We use 1,500 volts to achieve higher voltage and give us more sub-array. Using the 3,000 volt, we can achieve 3 times efficiency. We can save 10 cents per watt. Our solution features optimal investment, higher yields, smart O&M, and safety and reliability. And I want to emphasize that using our architecture, it is symmetric design. It is fully in line in the low voltage requirement. It applies to all the requirements of the industry. We can achieve industrialization and also more efficiency. This is more details about the Smart String ESS. When we just entered the PV sector, it used centralized inverter. One control unit manages about 200 strings. They cannot be actively managed. So by presenting the string ESS, one control unit manages 2 strings, increasing the precision by 100% and greatly increasing the accuracy. Today, we see that the storage industry is just like the PV sector 10 years ago. One control unit manages 2,000 chips. The inconsistency of chips affect the storage efficiency. We have greatly raised the management efficiency by 100 times. This is the key feature of the Smart String ESS, that is precise management. This solution features more energy, which increases discharging energy by 15%, and simple O&M, which saves 170 RMB yuan per megawatts year. It is also safe, highly safe and reliable, which achieves active alarms, system quadruple safety protection. We'll be able to address the inconsistencies and uncertainties in lithium batteries. The efficiency of charging and discharging can be increased by 15%, and the expected storage cost of LCOS can be cut by 20%. Using this architecture in our day-to-day operations, it can reduce the SOC of batteries. We don't need to have manual checks at the stations. We can also have hybrid use of old and new batteries. This reduces the O&M costs by a large margin. Grid forming is a technology that enables PV voltage source attributes and aligns grid ties features with synchronous generators. We need to completely overhaul the control. We need to proactively control the frequency and voltage using the 1,500 double string. And grid forming, we have achieved a good mechanism to control the voltage source. Recently, together with Qinghai Grid, we did a research, and our research shows that PV generating mode has increased the efficiency of renewable energy access. It has boosted the efficiency by 13%. Under the current grid, as long as you have installed the system and you can have additional 1.3 gigawatts of renewable energy, this is a great boost to the use of renewable energies. This is the greatest value that can be brought by the smart PV generator. For PV to become a primary energy source, security is the foundation of everything. We believe there is room for improvement in safety. DC protection has clear weaknesses. When there are circuit breaks, DC will encounter challenges. In severe situations, there will be fires and other hazards. So this year, this has been a key focus of the industry. We have achieved 3+4 safety protection for smart PV and storage system. On the AC side, there is also hazards due to low voltage. There can be damages to the boxes and fires. We have released a new solution that increases the safety of low voltage. In middle voltage, we also support switch and disconnector fuse. We use AI means to identify circuit breaks, which greatly improves the safety of storage systems. We use modular PCS architecture to achieve 4-level safety protection and coordination. On top of great big grid power stations and generators, we have also launched the Green Residual Power 2.0. On top of the 1+3 architecture unveiled last year, we have introduced the 1+3+X architecture for smart energy use. We have secured all the steps in the entire process, implemented smart scheduling. On the power generation, we can have 28 kilowatts of power on rooftops. The power generation volume is 30% more, and we are also able to achieve higher energy volume. In another case, the traditional method is only half as good. To give you more details, this solution includes yield increase by up to 30%, battery charge and discharge capacity improved by 10%, self-consumption rate increased by 10%, and more safety. When it comes to safety, we are using AI smart protection and to achieve shutdown within 0.5 seconds to prevent fire. We have also achieved 0 voltage in emergencies, providing more safety.
The storage system has been integrated with AI detection for proactive prevention, and we also have reactive security. Through this, we make sure that there is a system-level proactive security for home green power. And today, we launch a digital feature, which is AI-based PV storage synergy. We know that PV power production and utilization are not matched during daytime, and there's only 60% of power generated used, and the rest will be sold at a much lower price. However, AI-based PV storage synergy can solve that problem efficiently. Through AI algorithm, we bring in the weather pattern and the user utilization pattern for big data analytics, so that under different weather conditions, the PV power generation and the home power utilization situation can be coordinated, so as to achieve the optimal match under each scenario. Let me give you several modes. In the sunny mode, if we forecast that during noon there is a PV peak shaving, then AI will tell the storage to reserve some space to accommodate the surplus power. Under rainy day, our algorithm will tell the storage system to charge the night before during the valley price period. If we believe we have PV power to go to the grid, we can see which families can be prioritized, such as laundry machine, EVs, and others. These are the units that can be configured flexibly by AI. It was 60% of self-consumption rate during PV only, and now 85% under Green Home Power 1.0, and will be 95% under Green Home Power 2.0 era. Apart from this solution, today we bring the Green Business Power 1.0 through Smart PV Optimizer and ESS storage. We can provide 4 scenarios. All the features are based on the common architecture. In Jiangsu, one factory, we had a 156 kilowatt rooftop PV plant. Intelligent component have solved the blocking by a water tower issue. The PV plant capacity was improved by 6.3%. We work with PetroChina in one plant in Wuhan. PetroChina is worried about security, but they know that we can achieve fast shutdown and arcing prevention on the rooftop. This solution was quickly adopted in the PetroChina sites. Around the world, there are a lot of areas without access to mains or only have a weak mains. We provide affordable off-grid PV replaces diesel generator solution. There are about 50 million diesel generators and an increment of 5 million DGs every year. The fuel cost is high, so is the maintenance cost. The noise, the pollution, and the reliability are all big problems. The core of the off-grid PV solution is the storage, mains, and the DG, smart scheduling technologies, as well as AC and a DC reliable power supply, which can reduce the power generation cost by 60% and it can replace the traditional DG to protect the environment. We can cover from kilowatt to megawatt, from city to remote areas in Cameroon, in Africa, in Sea Island in China, and among many other regions around the world. Lastly, we use Energy Cloud to fully connect all scenarios. For the PV side, through refined component management, we can monitor the condition of each module. For the storage, we will provide modeling of 3D for the storage. And also BMS on the cloud can also support this management. The smart IV curve diagnosis is the only one in the industry that reach L4 for all the aspects, which can reduce more than 20% of O&M cost of power plants. The SDS features intelligent DC power generation system. It can automatically identify shades and unsunny weathers. In one project in Guangdong, for half a year, SDS power plants generates more than 1.6% of power than others. Through AI-based PV plus storage synergy, we keep reducing O&M cost and improve maintenance experience and realize the autonomous driving of a PV and a storage. In the carbon neutral time, we focus on digital and power electronics technologies and promote the energy revolution and build a green and a bright future together with industry partners. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Mr. Chen Guoguang for introducing these amazing solutions to us. And to talk further on this solution, we will bring you to our Huawei SNEC exhibition booth in Shanghai to present to you the detail of our 8.0 solution design and to give you a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of system and
everyone, I'm Mei Chen from Huawei FusionSolar. Today I will guide you through this most compelling new products at SNEC, FusionSolar Smart PV and Storage Solution. Let's start with FusionSolar 8.0, the first Gemini plus minus 1,500 Smart PV solution. FusionSolar 8.0 consists of 4 core devices: Virus 2000 Smart String Controller, Sun 2000 Smart PV Hybrid Controller, Luna 2000 Smart String ESS, and Jector Smart Transformation Station. Traditional string inverter provides voltage boosting and invertering functions. Gemini is the first bipolar string inverter. Smart string PV controller and smart hybrid controllers achieve 3,000 watts with plus minus 1,005 watts design in the DC side. The smart PV controller functions as MPPT and voltage booster in the DC side. There are 8 MPPTs in one device. Each MPPT connects no more than 4 PV strings. Smart PV controller supports high current modules, while the input voltage on the DC side is still 1,005 voltage. The smart hybrid controller functions as a bi-direction inverter with rated power of 315 kilowatts at 40 degrees. FusionSolar 8.0 supports DC coupling of PV and ESS and uses advanced algorithms to achieve 4 major goals: optimal investment, higher yields, safe and reliable, and smart O&M. While achieving higher voltage, FusionSolar 8.0 meets all existing standards and regulations related to electrical and safety regulation for the PV power plants, supporting max sub-arrays with higher current modules and higher DC-AC ratios to provide higher power generation, lower capex, and system cost. I will go into more details. First, the plus minus 1,500 system architecture uses higher voltage and therefore reduce current. Signal cables can be used, saving cable cost by 0.83 cents watt. Second, with the sub-array size expansion, the number of sub-arrays will be reduced, meaning fewer transformer and medium voltage devices will be deployed for lower costs. At the same time, the occupied space and construction cost of main circuit and transformer laid inside the sub-array, the number of ports and terminals of medium voltage booster station, and the number of monitoring and fire extinguishing facilities in the sub-arrays are reduced accordingly. With all those savings, the overall equipment and construction costs can be reduced by 0.36 cents watt. Third, the number of transformers in the super sub-arrays is reduced, and the MCCBs are replaced by fuse switches to implement low voltage zero-arc flashing as well as on-load cutoff. Therefore, the O&M cost of medium voltage side will be further reduced by 0.1 cents per watt. In addition, Huawei FusionSolar 8.0 solution can effectively support the DC coupling solar storage solution. Compared with the traditional AC coupling solution, Huawei FusionSolar 8.0 solution saves the equipment and construction costs of PCS, energy storage transformer, and cables, which consequently reduce the system cost by 4.7 cents per watt. One significant advantage of Huawei FusionSolar 8.0 solution is that it can increase energy yields by 2%. In the plus minus 1,500 bipolar string architecture, the current between smart PV controller and between smart hybrid controller can compensate for the AC air loss and increase the energy yields by 1%. FusionSolar used the plus minus 1,500 watts bipolar PV string architecture. The cable loss is reduced by 0.23% compared with that of traditional PV string controllers. The intelligent PV string controllers supports output power overshooting and compensates for high voltage DC cable losses. Its energy yield is also higher than that of traditional PV string controllers. Huawei Smart Tracker Control Algorithm analysis mass data from tracker performance experience and use AI to analyze the optimal angle for trackers to avoid shading and maximize the output power of each inverter. Also, SDS can smartly identify cloudy days with power fluctuations and adjust angles accordingly to collect more solar energy. Smart tracker control algorithm has been operated at several solar plants in China and India. In one Guangxi plant, after the 4 months operation, the energy yields with smart tracker control algorithm increased by 1.69%. Huawei FusionSolar 8.0 solution provides reliable DC side and AC side safety protection. On the DC side, smart string disconnector is deployed to protect power plants. In the traditional central solution, short circuit cannot be protected by combiner plugs, as the fuses cannot be disconnected instantly. The short circuit current ranges from 331.2 amp to 444 amp, which poses great safety risks. In other string solution, as the capacity of PV module and inverter keeps rising, more and more strings are parallel to connected in one inverter, increasing risk of malfunction and even fire. Huawei Smart PV solution accurately detects reverse current connection, internal short circuit, and AC-DC isolation faults. The switch can disconnect the inverter with failure within 15 milliseconds, ensuring PV plant safety. On the low voltage AC side, Huawei uses zero-arc knife fuse switch to ensure zero arcing and high reliability. On the low voltage AC side, Huawei uses zero-arc knife fuse switch to ensure zero arcing and high reliability. Currently, MCCB is often used to effectively cut off faults. However, when MCCB is damaged, it generates spray arcs and requires high-level isolation and protection design. Huawei introduces the strip-type fuse switch disconnector to achieve zero arcing at low voltage. In an on-site test, the Huawei disconnector withstands 50 amperes opening and switches off twice with zero arcing. On the high voltage AC side, Huawei uses smart European transformer and independent SF6 medium voltage Rainman units. At present, the cheap and low capacity American transformer architecture is widely used in China. This transformer uses medium voltage fuse and oil immersed load switch, and the power supply reliability is poor. The protection function is simple, as only the transformer short circuit protection is supported, whereas Huawei's solution uses internal vacuum circuit breaker to extinguish the arc in vacuum mode for high reliability. In terms of operation and maintenance, Huawei Smart PV and ESS management system implements string-level monitoring and integrates smart IV diagnosis and SDS functions. When monitoring PV plants, we can see the KPI data and accumulated energy yields on the PV plant page. On the PV plant interface, we can see the topology connection of smart array controller and the smart PV controller in each array. The detailed data of each string can also be seen. In Smart IV diagnosis, we can see historical scanning records and main data, including the number of sub-arrays, 40 smart PV strings, total number of PV strings, diagnosis progress, and diagnosis duration. Then we can select a diagnosis record to view the detailed diagnosis result, including whether each PV string is faulty, fault type, fault IV curve, and fault ratio. In the form of pie charts and curves, the system analyzes the fault type based on the measured IV curve. This is a Level 4 certificate issued by China General Certification Center to Huawei Smart IV Curve Diagnosis. The accuracy, consistency, and recurrency rate of Huawei Smart IV Curve Diagnosis reach over 95%, which is the highest level in the industry. In SDS, we can view information about multiple sub-arrays. For the two sub-arrays with and without SDS, we can compare the energy yields curve and see the energy yield improvement effect of SDS. FusionSolar 8.0 is future-oriented, moving from supporting power grids to enhancing power grids. The PV and storage coordinated control algorithm turns the PV system from an uncontrollable and unstable current source into a stable voltage source, creating the PV generator. In FusionSolar 8.0, a great variety of advanced ICT technologies such as AI and cloud are catalyzed and organizingly integrated with PV. Modules, trackers, cables, array controller, energy storage, grids, and inverters are fully coordinated and fully coupled, including the latest intelligent IV 4.0 diagnostic technology. This embeds intelligent PID protection, SDS algorithm, intelligent grid connected algorithm, etc., which fully release the potential of each string, create a zero-touch O&M experience, stronger grid support capacity, and so the power plants have three-dimensional awareness and create an open and efficient intelligent PV and storage system. Now let's move on to the next section, energy storage. This is the first physical display of Huawei Lunar 2000 Smart String ESS. Come on, let's take a look together. Smart String ESS is a standard 20-foot container with rated capacity of 2,064 kWh, a very high power density. As we can see, 6 battery racks are connected in parallel. Each rack has 21 battery packs in series. Each battery pack is 16.384 kWh. Each rack is connected with one DC-DC module, then paralleled into DC bus, and energy is separated into individual PCS. Based on the distributed ESS architecture, the Smart String ESS solution uses innovative technologies such as pack level and rack level optimization, distributed cooling, and modular design to achieve higher discharge capacity, optimal investment, simplified O&M, and higher safety and reliability. And it will ultimately bring about LCOS reduction of over 20%. Sounds quite cool, doesn't it? Let's go further and explore how Huawei makes it. In traditional centralized solution, multiple battery packs are connected in series in one rack. So once capacity attenuation occurs between backpacks, there will be a series of mismatch problems. Besides, during a discharge process, as long as one battery pack is fully discharged, the rest of battery packs with vacant capacity cannot be discharged anymore in order to avoid overcharge, resulting in a huge waste of battery capacity. The pack level optimization in our Smart String ESS solves this problem. The optimizer in parallel with battery packs ensure that every pack can be fully discharged and charged. When battery pack reaches a fully charged or discharged state, the optimizer in the pack starts to bypass the battery pack so that the other battery packs can continue charging and discharging, and every pack can be fully utilized regardless of cell difference. In actual operation, the internal resistance difference of battery racks could be huge due to factors such as factory tolerance and operating environment differences. In each energy storage system, 6 to 12 battery racks are connected in parallel to the DC bus, and the voltage are forced to be aligned. So a battery rack with a lower internal resistance has a larger current and a higher charging speed. It brings about 2 bad effects. Number 1, when a single rack is fully charged, the whole system stops, and the parallel mismatch causes the discharge volume to decrease. Number 2, the uneven flow of each rack is huge, which leads to the heat difference of each rack, aggregates the mismatch, and easily leads to thermal runaway. To solve the above issues, Huawei Intelligent Rack Level Management allows the racks to run differently, eliminating the mismatch between parallel racks, maximizing the potential of each battery rack and increasing the discharge capacity throughout the lifespan by 7%. In addition, Huawei's solution ensures that the uneven current of each rack is less than 1%, avoiding the security risk of biased current. In Huawei Smart String ESS, each battery rack has an independent air container, reducing the temperature rise difference between battery racks and slowing down the battery capacity attenuation. Besides, Huawei's unique Baltic hybrid air dust design enables air intake from the rear and air supply from the side and the top to ensure the cooling capacity of the cells is similar and reduce the operating temperature difference of the cells. Therefore, the temperature rise inside the container is less than 3 degrees at 0.5 C rate, and the battery lifespan is extended by 50% for higher discharging energy in the lifespan. Safe and reliable operation is achieved by using advanced power electronic technologies as well as ICT technologies such as AI and cloud BMS. To avoid fire risk, Huawei Smart String ESS deploys 4-level safety protection from cell level strengthening, pack level shutdown and isolation, rack level short circuit detection, and 2-tire protection, to system level fire detection and fire extinction. Huawei manages to prevent safety hazard from malfunction protection, early failure protection, and runaway suppression for higher system safety and less fire risk. Short circuit inside the batteries is a major cause of battery pack fire. AI-allied smart internal short circuit detection can detect the battery fire risks in a timely manner based on subtle changes of cell charging curve, calculate the internal short circuit resistance, capture the slight deviation of charging curve, accurately locate potential risks, and warn of fire risks in advance. To conclude, the Smart String ESS solution adopts the innovative string architecture, digital technologies, and module design to implement refined energy management, increasing discharge capacity, achieve optimal LCOS, and eventually achieve a transition from PV parity to PV and storage parity.
Now let us move to our next agenda. We are having the first lucky draw for today. The lucky winner will be picked randomly, and the name will be displayed on the screen.
Everything changes.
Life.
Congratulations! A Huawei representative will contact you through email shortly. For those who are not chosen for this round, don't worry, we have one more lucky draw session after this. As the pandemic is changing the way we work, this is the second year where most of our event has been fully digitalized. To cope with this challenging time, Huawei is now taking you on a virtual tour of one of the classic solar sites. Safe flight and have fun!
Welcome to Huanghe Photovoltaic Testing Base. I'm Mei Chen. Today, let's have a tour of this comprehensive solar farm together. Let's go! This This 143 megawatt photovoltaic testing base of Huanghe Hydropower Development Corporation Limited is located in the PV Industry Park of Qinghai Province, China. It has a total capacity of 143 megawatts and introduces 148 mainstream PV technologies and products for comparison. It is the largest PV testing bed project in the whole world. This base is divided into 6 testing zones. Block A, Comprehensive System Comparison Zone. Block B, Ground Mounting System Comparison Zone. Block C, Design Comparison Zone. Block D, PV Module Comparison Zone. Block E, PV Inverter Comparison Zone. And Energy Storage System Comparison Zone. Here is a report released by TUV based on a series of technical studies in Huanghe Hydropower's PV plant. Not this one, but another large PV plant nearby. The report shows that the availability of Huawei smart string inverters exceeds 99.9%, which indicator is leading worldwide. It is quite high, mainly due to 2 important factors of inverters. Number 1, failure rate. Huawei inverter failure rate is lower than 0.5% because Huawei inverter do not contain any easy damaged parts, such as fuses, DC boxes. Number 2, recovery time. Huawei inverter's recovery time is very short. That's because we use the whole inverters as spare parts. Once a fault occurs, 2 ordinary O&M engineers on the site can quickly replace the inverter within 30 minutes. Now I'm in Block B, which is testing 17 different types of support brackets here, like the fixed type, manual adjustment type, and the trackers with different angles. Huanghe Hydropower analyzes results based on capex, yields, system efficiency, failure rate, and self-consumption. Huawei FusionSolar inverter can provide a power supply and data transmission system for the trackers, which can save capex as well. The real-time information of trackers can be read from Huawei FusionSolar management system, which we got data to compare the yields. As for the tracking algorithm optimization, it takes into account the facts of terrain fluctuation and solar scattering. That's why the yields increase. You may have heard Huawei Smart IV Diagnosis function before. Actually, this unique technology is a joint innovation of Huawei and Huanghe Hydropower many years ago. We did a lot of experiments in Huanghe Hydropower's smart PV plant and then launched this great function to the market since 2016. Just now we scanned one array of the power plant and the report showed there is a glass broken issue in one string. Follow me, let's check whether it is accurate or not. This 143 megawatt power plant is really huge. I can't imagine how O&M engineers can do health checking for all the panels without this remote IV curve function. By the way, Huanghe Hydropower is operating more than 3 gigawatt solar plant so far. Oh, the glass is broken. Although I have thought about this, but I am still very excited at this moment. Now I'm quite sure the smart IV diagnosis is very helpful. It means you don't have to rely on professional manual inspection and wait for 15 days or even longer to get a report. Neither do you have to pay those high inspection fees. Only one click and wait for 15 minutes for a 100 megawatt plant. An IV diagnosis report will tell you what to do next. Now I'm in Block D, which is testing several different PV modules from different vendors. According to barrier effect, under equal conditions, the more MPPT you have, the less stream per MPPT connects. Therefore, the tracking on the maximum power point of modules will be more precise. consequently, we get higher yields. And it is the strength of strain in water, especially when compared with the central inverter, which normally has 1 MPPT with 100 strains. As for Huawei Smart String Inverter, 1 MPPT usually connects only 2 strings. Here we randomly choose 4 inverters in the same area, and we can see how different the voltage is. The base is equipped with over 100 PV technologies. It adopts leading device filtering, open project designing, advanced data collection system, and analysis tools. Besides, the base provided a cutting-edge outdoor testing, examination, and research platform for the PV solar industries, which promoted the technology development of PV equipment and the advancement of system integration. Moreover, the base accelerated the establishment and improvement of PV industrial standard and regulation. Due to the confidentiality of the research, we can't disclose more test results of Huanghe hydropower today. But if you are interested in exchanging and starting more information, welcome to China. Let's come to the 143 megawatt testing base of Huanghe hydropower to unlock more interesting results. That's all for today. See you next time.
Thank you very much to everyone. We hope you enjoyed the virtual trip that we have prepared. We believe that everyone has been updated on the latest PV trends and learned a lot from the tour. Distinguished guests, for the next agenda, we will be back to Huawei SNEC exhibition booth to share you more about the C&I and residential solutions. Let's go!
Hi everyone, my name is Zhou Xiang. It is my great pleasure to introduce our zero carbon city zone, which includes the Huawei FusionSolar Smart PV C&I solution, green ICT, and many more. So let's explore how it enables a new era of green and zero carbon society for various industries. So nowadays, the carbon neutrality has become one of the most urgent missions. At present, more than 120 countries have announced the carbon neutrality plans. So energy industry is an important domain to help achieve the carbon neutrality. Low carbonization, electrification, and digitalization are the essential ways. Huawei Digital Power builds vertical solutions such as green power generation, green ICT, and green travel. In addition, Huawei creates a new smart energy cloud to coordinate the management of sources, the network, the loads, and the storage resources to form a horizontal solution. And this kind of solutions promoting the construction of zero carbon campus in the cities. So next, how does Huawei C&I solution integrate with various industries to help them achieve structural transformation and low carbon energy? Let's check out the details. So Huawei just launched its new C&I solution, which based on the solar plus storage structure and fits for different application scenarios. It's a solar-only scenario, storage-only scenario, solar plus storage, plus charging, and off-grid. So first, this is a solar-only scenario. The typical feature of the solar-only scenario is that the peak power consumption is mainly in the daytime, and the enterprise's power consumption curve is similar to that of the PV power generation curve, from like 80% to 90% self-consumption. And in this scenario, the business model is like during the day, the investor sells electricity to the enterprise at a PPA discount price to meet the power consumption requirements to the maximum extent. Well, the rest electricity is sold to the grid. And this is a solar-only real case. So this case is manufacturing rooftop. The roof area is around 1,000 square meters. And the initial configuration is like 150 kilowatt installed capacity. And with four 36 kilowatt inverters and 504 310 watt modules. So there are challenges when they plan to try to power the factory with solar. Firstly, you can see the watt power. The watt power in the building next to the PV plant creates the shadow mismatch, so which reduce the system power generation. And secondly, the traditional inverters cannot cut off the arcs, causing the potential fire risks. So to address these two challenges, the owner replaced the 36 kilowatt inverter with a 40 kilowatt inverter, and the corresponding modules were fully equipped with Huawei Smart PV optimizers. So in this case, when the modules equipment with PV modules, only the panels on the shadows are affected. The other modules can still work as they are the highest power points. And also the Huawei inverters support the intelligent arc protection and automatically shut down within the 0.5 seconds. And also we can see this kind of a chart. According to the comparison of the 1 month PV yield data, the optimizers can effectively eliminate the impact of the shadow effects, and also the power generation is about like from the 5% to 7% higher, and the monthly the energy yields increase at the rate of the 6 to 6.3%, and the annual revenue of this PV plant increased by $3.7 million, which is really amazing. Okay, so now let's move to the storage only scenario. With the increasing popularity of the charging piles, the peak load is very sharp, and the power grid reconstruction and the expansion costs are very high to meet the requirements. So if we use the energy storage battery, we charge it when the electricity is in the valley, and discharge it when the electricity is in the peak section to maximize the use of the peak valley price differences. So here's a model of the energy storage products. So for the industry, the two main challenges of the energy storage system is the battery power loss due to mismatch of the cells and the potential hazards such as the fire and the explosion caused by the external forces, the high temperature, and abnormal battery operation, such as the overcharging and over-discharging. And the Huawei energy storage solution is an intelligent string-based solution. So as we mentioned at the previous topic, the maximum charge and discharge capacity is improved by 15% through the one pack optimization and one rack management. So Huawei's structure is very unique. And take a 2 megawatt hour system as an example. The annual battery power of the traditional solution is 5.45 million kilowatt hour, while that of the Huawei solution is 6.05 million kilowatt hour, increased by the 11% in revenue. Meanwhile, Huawei solution has 4 levels of protection. The first level is cell level protection, which supports the AI-based short circuit detection. The second is the battery level protection, means the pole voltage is 0 voltage. So when you do the installation, maintenance, and transportation, preventing the security risk caused by the accidentally touch. And the third is the rack level protection. So the multi-level intelligent linkage protection automatically disconnect the charge and discharge loop when the battery pack is like overcharging or the over temperature and like the overcurrent. These kind of scenarios, they will do the auto shutdown. And also the 2-level fault isolation of the circuit breakers and fuses, the anti-reverse connection and insulation resistance detection. The last is the system level protection, which supports the combustible gas detection and the emission devices to proactively exhaust gases to prevent explosion, and the water detection and the linkage protection. So after water flooding, the system is shut off to avoid the electric shock. And here, this is this kind of a model of our 200 kilowatt hour system. So this kind of a system, you can see, this consists of the 12 battery modules, and the total capacity of this is 200 kilowatt hour. And also within this kind of cabinet, there's also a rack management system. So the structure is unique. There's a one pack optimization and one rack management, the structure, to improve our yield, to improve our usable energy of the storage by like 15%. So what if there's a high demand for electricity in the campus? The load is obvious higher than the solar power generation, and the electricity price is high. And let's learn about the solar storage charging scenario. So here is a case of the Huawei Shenzhen campus. The rooftop of this kind of campus is 8,000 square meters, and the initial configuration of the project is a 1 megawatt solar and 900 kilowatt hour energy storage. And Huawei optimizers are used to avoid the shadow of the HVAC devices on the rooftop. And more than 10% power is generated by installing the optimizers. And the installed capacity is also increased from like 1 megawatt to 1.1 megawatts, 10% higher due to the optimizers. And also from the energy storage, the proportion of the green power supply increased from like 58% to 64%. So at present, Huawei could provide the high quality core components, charging modules for charging stations. Huawei high charger charging module features high efficiency, high reliability, and high availability. And the Huawei high charger charging module has a wide voltage range. It supports a smooth evolution for charging piles from 500 voltage to 750 voltage, and even a future 1000 voltage. It is highly compatible with different new high voltage vehicles without renovation. And potentially it could save $2,818 per charging pile, protect customers' investment effectively. And also through the thermal field management and Huawei's patent wing-shaped fan technology, our charging modules support efficient heat dissipation and continuously high power output. Combined with Huawei AI flash charging, it takes less than 15 minutes to achieve from 30% to 80% SOCs. The potential VIP fast charging value-added services may increase the operator's revenue by 6,281 per pile each year. And in terms of the off-grid scenarios, Huawei launched the iPowerCube off-grid, like fuel removal power solution for all scenarios. The intelligent power platform, the PV power generation, and the intelligent lithium battery are used to replace the traditional DG power generation, achieving zero DG operation and zero carbon emissions. The 3 series of iPowerCube covers all scenarios, from small to medium to large cases. As we all know, 5G is booming. Up to now, 160 5G network has been launched around the world. But there are 2 challenges during 5G deployments. The first is high capex and high opex. The second one is the high carbon emissions. So the Huawei's one site, one cabinet solution has a high efficiency and high density design, which enables one cabinet to replace the 3 cabinets, improving the site energy efficiency to 90%. And also, if the one site, one blade solution is used, the site's energy efficiency can be improved to 97%. In addition, the solution requires no floor space, zero rent, and fast deployment within only like 1 hour. Digital acceleration and energy structure transformation holds new requirements for the site power supply. The first is a fast power supply. The second is a converged power supply. The third is a reliable power supply. The fourth is a green power supply. So Huawei Site Power built all scenario solutions in ICT scenarios. It's for communication, IoT, and ICT convergence stations. So Huawei iSuperSite solution can provide an outdoor working environment, power supply, security monitoring for ICT equipment. Next one is iPowerCube. iPowerCube is a one-stop solution for on-site perception scenarios. The stations provide the power supply and network backhaul, and for devices such as bullet cameras, drone cameras, and sensors. The data center industry is rapidly evolving, but faces great challenges to data center construction. Today, it's my great pleasure to talk about the green data center facilities that embrace the carbon neutrality. So this is Huawei Fusion DC, the next generation data center facility solutions. The Fusion DC helps customers build future-proof data centers. So it's a modular and a prefabricated design, enables the TDM 6 months for like 1,000 racks and reduce the TDM by like 50%. And its construction mode is environment friendly, reducing garbage and water usage by like 80% and slashing CO2 emissions by 90%. So it uses the Huawei Fusion Core indirect evaporative cooling solutions to maximize the usage of the free cooling. The PoE will drop to like 1.2 in North China, so much lower than the traditional way. It also integrates with lots of smart features and AI-enabled energy optimization. The OM cost is like 35% lower. It fully complies with the international construction standards, has 50 years service life, and provides an earthquake, fire, waterproof design. So this is Huawei's new Fusion Module 2000 Smart Modular DC, which is mainly used in the medium and the large size data centers. The Smart Modular DC features a modular design, achieving the on-demand deployment and the flexible expansion. This Smart Modular DC supports like Huawei Smart Lead technologies. So compared with the traditional lead-acid batteries, the lithium batteries have certain advantages, such as high density, saving the space by like 70%, and long service life. In addition, a unified intelligent O&M management platform can be configured, so achieving the space, power, cooling, capacity, and asset visualized management. So improving resources utilization by 20%. So that's all the introduction of our products. And we welcome you to experience our solutions at the various Huawei reference sites to see how digital and ICT technologies transforms various industries in terms of energy generation and consumption. So that's all my introduction for today, and thanks for your time.
Good morning and afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Huawei SNEC 2021 Global Virtual Show. This is Michelle, Marketing Manager of Huawei Smart PV business. It's my great honor to guide everyone through the area today. This year, we launched the second generation of Huawei FusionSolar residential with our newly AI-based PV energy storage and consumption collaboration. We built this solution for zero carbon society and a greener house. This solution focuses on smart power generation and smart energy storage, also the system safety and our newly added smart power consumption. Follow me. Let us take a look at the smart power generation firstly. This is a 415-watt smart PV panel provided by our partner Huanghe Hydropower. You can see it is equipped with Huawei's latest 600-watt optimizer, which will be launched to overseas markets in Q4 this year. As you can see, the optimizer is installed at the back of the panel very easily. Look at the world map. Here you can see many optimizer application cases on different types of rooftops. To maximize power generation, one major advantage is the PV module level optimization, which can increase energy yields by 30% for the same rooftop configuration, as shown in this case located in Dongguan, China. Another advantage is that The impact of shading on PV efficiency is minimized, which means significantly higher solar capacity. Meanwhile, you can check on each PV module energy yields on our FusionSolar app to know better about your solar system. Here is the Smart String Energy Storage System, the flagship product Luna 2000 battery. It was designed with residential scenario in mind. It is 1.3 meters in height, and each module is 5 kWh. Modular design allows customers to flexibly configure the battery capacity from 5 kWh to 10 kWh to 15 kWh. The system supports 2 batteries can be connected in parallel, which means the energy storage battery capacity can be extended to 30 kWh. Smart string architecture allows 30 kWh capacity, which you can rely on 24/7. Here you can see the battery pack. Each battery pack has a built-in energy optimizer. What's the function of that? You can see from the PowerPoint. The traditional mixer use of new and old battery packs cannot maximize the charge and discharge of the entire battery system due to the inconsistent internal SOH in any battery cell. So the capacity of the entire system is no longer than the weakest link. But the Huawei built-in energy optimizer can achieve the charge and discharge individually. Here you can see the comparison. We can achieve the energy usable up to 10%, and also the battery has 100% depth of discharge. You can unleash every last bit of energy. Another focus on the battery is our safety issue. We noticed some battery providers in the market had some explosion and fire accidents recently, and their products were also called back. But Huawei Smart String ESS can achieve the end-to-end safety protection. It has a zero voltage at ports for the safe operation, and also the cell level monitoring in real time. Cloud-based BMS and AI-enabled health monitoring can identify the short circuits in just 20 seconds and disconnect them in 1 ms, covering the bursts and derivatives of the internal short circuits. The incidence of arcs with high energy causes potential fire hazards in PV plants, especially for the residential PV systems which are installed on the rooftop of our buildings that are very close to our residents. The fire caused by arcs will bring huge losses to the investments, assets, and potential safety of the owners. It is difficult to detect the DC arcing by the existing solutions in the industry, where frequently missed and false alarms, resulting in high maintenance costs and power generation losses. Huawei residential inverter uses a neutral network algorithm to accurately detect DC arc fault and be able to shut down within 0.5 seconds to effectively eliminate potential fire hazards. And also with these optimizers, the solution can have a rapid shutdown function to zero voltage to ensure the whole safety of the house and people. You may see parameters when I am using the multimeter. The smart and easy operation and management is shown in this area. With this app, here you can see the real-time energy flow, enabling you to view the energy flow anywhere and anytime. Energy management can achieve easy control of power generation, storage, and electricity consumption. The component-level power generation monitoring redefined the management of the energy yield of each component. Today, we will also release a brand new digital future AI-powered PV, energy storage and consumption collaboration. We know that PV power generation during the daytime cannot be completely matched within user power consumption, resulting in only about 16% of PV power generation for cell consumption. And the remaining large amount of green power is wasted, which affects the IOI. The release of the AI optical storage and utilization synergy can effectively increase the self-consumption ratio. First of all, based on the big data learning of weather and user electricity consumption habits, AI can accurately to detect the future PV power generation and household electricity consumption, and AI can optimally control the charging and discharging of energy storage under the 3 different scenarios: sunny mode, rainy mode, and our smart home mode, to use the electricity to maximize the green electricity revenue in each scenario and effectively increasing the ratio of our self-consumption to build a green home and a green future. Compared with the 60% of pure solar to 85% of PV with storage, the household green power 2.0 solution combined with our AI optical storage synergy can further increase the self-consumption ratio of green power to more than 95%. Potential smart power consumption ecosystem partners are listed here. Huawei works together with our ecosystem partners to provide a smart home for a better life. The transportation industry currently accounts for nearly 10% of China's carbon emissions. To achieve the carbon neutrality goal, promoting the full electrification of the transportation industry will be an important step for all of us. Huawei mPower provides the end-to-end power solutions, including an onboard power solution and a charging infrastructure solution, to help OEMs build better cars and improve our users' experience. The onboard power solution includes the driver one in powertrain, a battery management system, and an onboard charging system, and a driver cloud intelligent management system. As for the charging infrastructure solution, it contains a wireless charging system and a DC faster charging module. During this year's Shanghai Auto Expo, Huawei launched its AI flash charging solution, a high voltage solution, which accommodates a front asynchronous e-powertrain and a rear synchronous e-powertrain, realizing a 30% to 80% SOC charging within just 50 minutes. This year, we launched the ArcFocus Alpha's Huawei Inside versions to accelerate the time from 0 to 100 kilometers in just only 3.5 seconds. Compared with the dual synchronization solution, our four-wheel drive solution's NEDC efficiency can reach 86.6%. Such solution would increase the vehicle cruising range by 5%. Well, that's a short introduction of how we build towards zero carbon home and travel with Huawei FusionSolar Smart PV residential solution, brought to you from SNEC 2021. We're looking forward to see you soon. Thank you.
Moving right along, I would like to introduce to you our special guest for today, the president of Huawei Site Power Facility, Mr. Peng Jianhua, to introduce Huawei iPowerCube solution. Please welcome Mr. Peng.
Distinguished guests, executives, and partners, welcome. Today, we are releasing Huawei iPowerCube, a green off-grid diesel generator-free power supply solution. I'd like to start by expressing my gratitude to all of you for the contribution to this industry. Now, I will brief you on the latest solution from Huawei Site Power Facility. iPowerCube is a green power solution aimed at bridging energy divide and contributing to decarbonization. In rural areas of Asia-Pacific and Africa, power supply systems are outdated and power outages are common. Statistics shows that in 2020, power outage in New Delhi of India averaged 201 times per month, and each time lasted for around 1.78 hours, meaning 10 hours outage each day. In 2019, remote villages in Indonesia suffered 4 hours daily outage on average. Unstable power supply greatly affects a nation's economy, as is reflected in GDP growth. People often turn to inefficient diesel generators to get their work and life going. In Africa, 40% of electricity is generated by diesel generators, which gobble up 20% of their diesel fuel. 75% of businesses in Nigeria and South Africa have their own diesel. Compared to wind, solar, and other power sources, diesel generators emit large volume of carbon dioxide. For each 1 kilogram diesel fuel burned, 4 kilogram carbon dioxide is emitted. Diesel fuel contributes to more than 10% of total carbon emissions in the world. Diesel generators also, according to climate change reports from UN, from 2015 to 2019, carbon emissions capped 2060. Meanwhile, PV and energy storage technologies are progressing, driving down cost of solar power and power storage. Statistics shows that by 2020, there are already 5,544 micropower supply projects. Global power supply and deployment ways are diverse. Eventually, our consumption of fossil fuel energy will drop from 40% in 2020 to 20% in 2050. It is against this background that we launch iPowerCube off-grid diesel generator removal solution. The aim is to bridge energy divide and make life and work easier. iPowerCube solution covers small, medium, and large-scale scenarios. By small-scale scenarios, we mean those with a power range of 0 to 10 kilowatt, such as apartments, country houses, and business stores, restaurants, and bank branches. iPowerCube S is for medium-scale scenarios with a power range of 10 to several hundred kilowatt, typically live scenarios such as small villages and small islands, production scenarios such as farms, and industry scenarios such as oil and gas wells, logistics parks, stations, and transportation stations. Large-scale scenarios are covered by iPowerCube P. The power of those scenarios is at megawatt level. Scenarios include large villages, large campuses, large islands, coal mines, factories, and industrial parks. Our off-grid integrated power supply solution for small, medium, and large-scale scenarios can well support areas with no or unstable power supply. iPowerCube solution generates electricity for self-consumption. There is no need to feed electricity back to the grid, so it does not affect power distribution system, and there is no need to modify the power grid for on-grid purpose. That's why the deployment cycle is shorter and cost is lower. Let me explain in detail what you can get out of iPowerCube. Let's start with iPowerCube P for large-scale scenarios. Normally, people use diesel generators or traditional PV systems to supply power in those scenarios. PV systems need AC coupling, which generates high cost and low efficiency, as it needs three-level conversions, more than one set of PCS and transformers, and storage systems whose service life is short. iPowerCube P adopts DC coupling. Only two-level conversions are needed, so efficiency is up by 1.5%, and LCOE is down by over 20%. PCS and transformers are no longer needed, significantly reducing capex. For power storage, we optimize by battery pack and manage by battery string, making storage systems safer and its lifespan longer. Lifespan of the storage system can be extended up to 15 years. Levelized cost of storage can be dropped by over 30%. In such off-grid scenarios, diesel generators can serve as emergency backup. Our solution can schedule off-grid new energy and diesel generators accordingly to bring greater reliability. That is up to 99.99%. iPowerCube P off-grid solution for large-scale scenarios has already been successfully applied worldwide. In Cameroon, Africa, it powers villages to support people's life and work, accelerating access to electricity for people in Cameroon. Compared to traditional diesel generator solution, our solution lowers LCOE by 80% to $0.2. The solution is equipped with a smart management system to manage lithium and storage systems through cloud. O&M becomes much more efficient as it is remote. Frequency of on-site visits is reduced from more than 12 times a year to 3 to 4 times a year. Reliability of our solution is up significantly to 99.99% compared to 95% of the diesel generator solution. iPowerCube S is the off-grid solution for medium-scale scenarios. It has a pre-integrated all-in-one architecture, while its traditional counterparts normally take a split-type architecture with large footprint, long construction cycle, and high capex. Adoption of isolation transformers also increases cost, so does the AC-DC separation approach for greater reliability purpose. For this traditional architecture to be on-grid, power distribution systems have to be modified to support bidirectional power distribution. That takes long construction period and high cost. Our all-in-one solution, however, is pre-integrated. It helps significantly bring down cost, reduce footprint by more than 70%, and shorten construction period by more than 50%. capex is saved by 8 to 10%. Our eMIMO architecture supports multiple input sources and output modes. On input side, it supports PV systems, mains, and diesel generators, and their integrated scheduling. On output side, it supports both AC and DC. All you need is one and only one system. Reliability is high. Since all the critical parts have N+1 backup, there is no single point of failure. Our reliability is over 99.99%. iPowerCube S, with its many strengths, can support myriad scenarios, including hospitals, schools, farms, and oil wells. Deployment is fast. Vessel Traffic Service Station in Hebao Island of Zhuhai, China, is one example. With this solution, the station's LCOE dropped by 60%, and diesel generators are no longer needed. Remote management and control is supported in O&M. Technicians no longer have to take a boat to the island, except for the regular inspection once per year. The navigation station ensures safe and navigation of vessels. It values reliability. Our reliability is up to 99.99%. All critical components of our system have N+1 backup. For low power scenarios with no or very unstable grids, we offer our iPowerCube M solution. The power supply system and battery packs of iPowerCube M can be quickly, flexibly deployed. The integrated design is stylish. It is a suitable solution for scenarios with frequent outages, such as apartments in Nigeria and India. iPowerCube M supports fast charging. 1 to 2 hours charge can sustain stable power supply for 24 hours. For country house scenarios, we support overlay of PV panels. iPowerCube M is a compact solution combining inverter and storage functions. With faster charging, it can steadily supply high-quality power for 24 hours. In scenarios with frequently disrupted grid electricity, we support seamless 0-second switchover between iPowerCube M and grid power supply, ensuring continual power supply in families. Seamless switchover also saves the need of diesel generator backup. The overall solution supports multiple smart features, such as leveraging peak valley pricing and utilizing off-peak electricity to help users save money. The solution uses natural heat dissipation and makes no noises. Users can enjoy quiet and stable power supply. The noise is below 29 dB. For villa-like scenarios, it can supplement other main green power sources or serve as a major power supply source by itself. Integrated scheduling of grid power, solar power, and diesel generators is possible. The solution is widely adopted worldwide in apartments, households, business stores, restaurants, business outlets, transportation stations, and so on. It is successfully applied in Inner Mongolia of China to supply power for local herdsmen. We combine solar power with small wind turbines to supply power for herdsmen, scattering over the steppe, reducing their electricity cost by more than 50% compared to traditional diesel generator-enabled solution. It is much quieter with a noise of 29 dB compared to 75 dB of diesel generators. The solar power is generated for self-consumption. Fan-free design ensures high reliability of 99.99%. It is very suitable for apartments in countries like Nigeria, South Africa, and India, where outages are frequent. 1 to 2 hours fast charging is enough to steadily support 24 hours power supply. Simple and faster deployment saves the trouble of changing distribution systems for non-grid purpose, for on-grid purpose, as traditional solar systems do. And the latter has long deployment cycles and high cost. iPowerCube epitomizes fast, simplified deployment and high reliability in power supply. That's all about the small, medium, and large-scale scenarios supported by iPowerCube. Actually, we have leveraged our fundamental technologies to align energy flow and information flow. We have leading electric and electronics technologies at material and component level for power topology and heat management. We also have digital technologies such as sensing, connectivity, AI, and cloud. With these technologies, we are managing watt with bit, realizing smart energy management. This effectively supports our all-scenario diesel generator removal solution to provide stable, high-quality electricity to people's life and work. Compared to traditional solutions, our solution is faster in deployment, lower in cost, more reliable and stable. Moreover, we're open and seek win-win cooperation. Huawei is ready to work with all industry partners to contribute more to green integrated power supply, to bridge energy divide and promote green development of the world with digital energy technologies. I will end by calling on everyone to act for decarbonization and green energy. Let's start from now on. Thank you.
A huge thanks to Mr. Peng for your fantastic presentation. The audiences were thrilled to see you share our off-grid solution. We would definitely love to hear more had it not been for the lack of time. Distinguished guests, now it is time to present our last lucky draw section. Let's see who is the lucky one in this time.
Everything changes.
Life.
Congratulations to our winners today. Please stay tuned. A Huawei representative will be contacting you through email shortly to arrange the prize delivery. It has been a fulfilling and informative day with Huawei SNEC 2021 leading power digitalization for a zero carbon smart society is no doubt an ultimate goal of Huawei together with our valued partners and customers. As it says, to every beginning there is an ending. Ladies and gentlemen, our live event is now coming to an end. On behalf of Huawei, thank you all for making time in your busy schedules to join us today. It has been our pleasure to host this event, and I wish you all a pleasant day. Thank you very much once again for your participation and hope dearly to see you again.